Hello, everybody. I'm just getting my PowerPoint ready here, and we will just wait a couple seconds just to see if we have anybody else join us. I am super excited. I'm finally recuperated a little bit from convention, and I'm excited to share all the fun with you, all the new products, and anyway, we're just gonna, this just be a really lighthearted, fun little class tonight. So it's just 8 o'clock now. We'll give it a minute just to see if anybody else jumps on here. And don't forget that these are all recorded, and you can watch them on the YouTube channel. So just go to YouTube and Google Faithful Drops on YouTube. I guess that would be search. Don't necessarily need to call it Google, but everybody knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, so we'll give it a minute or two here, and I'm in a new location tonight. We're trying out a different room. I'm in my in our spare bedroom. So hopefully you can see me okay. I think it looks fine. So I think we'll just give it a minute or two. See if we have anybody pop on, and we'll be ready to go in a minute. All right, we will go ahead and get started. So as you can see, convention this year was Live Your Passion. So every year Young Living comes up with a theme, and that's kind of how they design what they're going to be talking about and some of the speakers and that sort of thing. And then usually we get an oil that is a blend for that specific theme. So we did get a Live Your Passion oil. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But anyway, so we're going to start tonight. I might split this into 2 videos. We're going to see how it goes. But we're just going to do a little bit of recap for those of you who have never been to convention or just maybe missed this one. We'll give you a little bit of an idea of what you missed, and kind of go over a little bit of the things that corporate announced that were new, or things that I just kind of thought were interesting, and kind of what convention all entails. So we will go ahead and let's see, maybe we'll get started. There we go. Okay, so first, the first thing that happened, I went to registration. So I actually went to registration on Wednesday. I flew in late Tuesday night, and this was the swag that we got, which was really great. The bag is really, really nice. So everybody that registered gets one of these. It's a nice big backpack, and this is like a little thing to put your business card in. And then it has like a holder for your water bottle. And then, I don't know if you can see this on the video, but it even has like a little drop on the back here. It's just really, they thought of everything. So, and then this is really cool. This is a little essential oil case, and it's a lot better than the one they gave us last year. You can fit 10 essential oil bottles, 5 ml. I haven't tried the 15 ml, but it looks like they would fit in there. And then this is the super cool part. So there's like a little flippy on here where you could stand it up if you wanted to, or it even like magnetically will slide into the backpack, so you can just like carry it around like that. So how cool is that? And then we also got a notebook. You usually get a notebook of some sort. This one was pretty nice because it's a hardback. So when you're in classes and such, it's really nice to not have to like have a floppy notebook or something like that on your lap. And then a really cool pen, which was good. And then on the inside of the bag, there was some little lights that you could use at the concert at the end and at the concert at the beginning. And then a little Live Your Passion pin. Some people like to collect pins at the Expo. There's a big place where you can just trade pins and stuff. That's never really something I've gotten into, but we do have a couple pins that we've gotten for free through the different stuff that we've been to. But and then this is your little lanyard. Then the different colors are for the different ranks. And then this was really cool this year. Your schedule was actually on the back. And last year was a little bit of chaos with the workshops, but this year they did a really, really good job. You registered for them in advance. And then they had a registered line and a standby line. And everyone that I went in the standby line, I was able to get in. So that was really great, but it was just organized. So that was awesome. Very much appreciated. Okay, so I got the opportunity to go to the warehouse. So my diamond actually put out a thing on our Facebook group, and you could sign up for it. Funny story, I didn't realize how far away from convention and where I was staying it was when I signed up for the warehouse tour. And it was like 45 minutes, and I didn't have a car. So I ended up renting a car, but it worked out fine. I got one that was close to my hotel. And I super lucked out because this picture on the left, I think that's your left too, is Walter Moot is what this guy's name is. And he is the CIO. So that's the Chief Information Officer. I just want to make sure I get his title right. And the Senior VP of IT Operations. So he's kind of in charge of some of the production and how all the techie stuff works and just kind of processy kind of things. So it was interesting to get his perspective as we went through the warehouse. They actually don't let you take a lot of pictures in the warehouse. There were certain places that we couldn't take pictures. So I took a lot of pictures of the signs, but this is the picking station, and this is kind of how, on the right, how the orders go through. And they super expanded this warehouse, and they even have like enough to like double into the next spot and even go on top. So they, I don't remember what the number was, but it was I can't remember. It was crazy how many orders a month they're packing, but they actually have the capacity to like triple that. So they are ready to expand. And one really cool fact is those floors are actually flame retardant. And it took them quite a long time to find floors that were, that the oils didn't break down. So they went through a couple and tested them out, and anyway, it took a while. So it was just really cool. So if you ever get a chance to go on a warehouse tour, absolutely go. It was just really interesting. I got to learn a lot of new things. I actually got to see one of the new products before it was launched. It was kind of sitting over in the spot where it wasn't supposed to be, and somebody noticed it, so that was kind of funny. But anyway, you can actually purchase product at the warehouse too and just pick it up. So if you're ever in the area, the warehouse or corporate, I believe, so you can save on shipping like that. So anyway, Wednesday night was the opening concert or opening night, opening party. And it sounds like this is a little bit different each time. Last year, since there was 2 sessions, there was a concert kind of in between. And this one was just 1 session. So it was recycled percussion. And I wish I would have taken a picture. It was just really cool. It was these guys, and they just played the drums on like all sorts of different things. And they had this van in the middle of the stage that opened up and turned into a stage. And then, so the opening party was a fundraiser for the Young Living Foundation. We'll talk a little bit about that more later. I'm probably actually going to do a full class on the foundation because it's just so amazing to learn a little bit more about. But you could pay $10 in advance, and then you got drumsticks, and you could drum along. They had some contests with the different colors of you can see the artists there. They have different colors, and there was different colors of the drumsticks. And then they also had some like carnival games and that sort of thing. And you could buy like an all access pass. And they raised a lot of money this year for the foundation between the foundation party, and they did some auction things. And so that was just really cool. And Nikki Davis spoke. She is the director. Let's see what her actual title is. I thought it would be on here. Nikki, where are you at? Anyway, she's like the director of the foundation. And she is just amazing. Like, if you ever hear her speak, make sure you take your Kleenexes with you, because she just has a heart of gold and is just doing amazing things. She says boots on the ground, and she really wants to be out there actually doing the work and making sure all of the money to the foundation gets put to good use. So they have many different charities that they partner with that they are announced this year that they are doing a new partnership with Hope for Justice, and it is actually a human trafficking. They are trying to put an end to human trafficking, and we actually, Young Living, gosh, I think I wrote this down. Young Living is actually fully funding their school, I believe, that is helping these people who have been human trafficked learn skills and that sort of thing to get back into the working world and not have to depend on that sort of trade. So That was really cool. That was announced. And then the very first product was released at the foundation party, and that is because the money is actually going towards some of the money is actually going towards one of the charities. So this is the Dalmatia Aromatic Oil Collection, and it's from Dalmatia. I hope I'm saying that right, which is in Croatia. And they have bay laurel there, juniper, and sage. So these specific 3 oils are from that farm. So they're sometimes a little bit different than maybe the normal juniper that we would use. So anyway, and then $10 went to the orphanage in Croatia. So anyway, sorry, just somebody was trying to jump on with us. So, okay, so that was the opening party. And then the next day, the first day of convention, they usually have a general session in the morning. And that is the coolest, I think, because it's when they announce most of the products. But we're going to focus on the products at the end. But they actually, one of the guys, and some of these people, I don't know their names. I should have written this down. But he kind of went through some really cool stuff and some things that Young Living is going to be coming out with. The first is they're not quite ready to be shown yet, but they kind of showed us some examples and asked us not to share, but some scientific studies and projects that they're doing. There were some really cool things they were doing with thieves and some other things on fruit, but really just to have some more scientific research out there on Young Living essential oils specifically. So you can look forward to that coming. And, the best thing that happened was the new products. So we're going to focus on that at the end. I've got a whole presentation on that, but we're going to go ahead and keep going through. So example of scientific visuals, and they're following the research for published studies that are out there on essential oils, and then doing some of our own research on Young Living essential oils specifically. So this guy who talked, I'm not sure what his background is, but he's more involved in research and kind of getting things the way that the claims should be, and kind of getting us some more approved claims so we can say more about the amazing things that the products do. So, and then there was a little bit of information just kind of shared about, I think this was actually the second day, kind of shared about just where Young Living is at. So this is 2016 projected sales growth. So you can see where 2015 was at. It's the second to last one there. And we haven't even hit the ceiling yet. So there's just still a lot of growth to be had, a lot of people out there we can share Young Living with. And anyway, so that was just kind of cool to see. And some other things, one of their goals is to eliminate out of stocks. Now, some of that is just, Mother Nature, because we don't take any shortcuts when it comes to our products. So there's some of those things they can't do, but they're really trying to evaluate what's being used and what we need to harvest and what we need to grow. And like they came out with Peace and Calming 2 and Peace and Valor 2 to kind of hold us over until those come back, hopefully in the fall. But really trying to eliminate the out of stocks. That's actual real data. I'm pretty green, so I like kind of some of that stuff. And then this is out of stock inventory trends. So they really just kind of want to follow the trends and that kind of thing. So they're really doing a lot. And then this is some new things in the virtual office. So this is available now. If you go in there and you search orange, for example, it will show you at the top the products that have orange in the name, and at the bottom it will show you all of the different things that orange is in, which is really cool. And then you can sort it by price, PV name, and relevance. So there's just a lot of things they're adding into virtual office, and it sounds like more to come as well. I actually took a survey while I was out there about what I thought about virtual office, so hopefully they'll take my suggestions. I just gave a suggestion. If you don't know this, in the virtual office, you can go in and put your feedback. And I, not too long ago, recommended that they make it so we can see when our downline members use their skip month. And so that actually happened. So I'm sure more people than me recommended that, but that just happened last month. So that was really cool. And then they talked a little bit more on the foundation again. Nikki came back up and kind of just talked about how you can get involved. I think we're going to do a class just on the foundation sometime because there's just so much to learn, and Young Living is just doing amazing things. Really supporting the foundation. And if you don't know, they actually pay all the administrative costs, which is just crazy. Some of the other philanthropic companies out there, you know, the money you donate might be going for office space or plane tickets or training or something like that, but Young Living actually pays everything for the foundation so that all the money that people donate is actually going to helping people, which is great. One really cool thing that I would just like to reiterate, if every member rounded up on your order, so at the end of your order, if you round up, if every single person who did that, who placed an order that month, the foundation would raise $500,000 a month. So I think I did it on this last order for me, and it was like 33 cents, which is nothing to me. But that's just, you know, you get a lot of 33 cents together and you can do a lot of cool things. So anyway, this is one thing I was super excited about. I know Sherry was excited about this too. We kind of heard rumblings that this was coming after the Diamond Retreat in Hawaii, but they didn't give a timeline on this yet. But coming in the next year, sometime they're going to do a whole overhaul and update to virtual office, but they're going to make it so you can enroll without your social security number. How excited is that? How exciting is that? I hate to just like get somebody really psyched up about joining Young Living and then, oh, you have to enter your social security number, and not a lot of people like to do that, which if you didn't know is actually an FTC or IRS regulation, excuse me, because you do have the opportunity to have income producing from your Young Living business. And so anyway, that's why I had to put it in. But I think they're going to do some sort of thing where you can enroll without your social security number. And then if you make over $600 a year, which is what you have to report to the IRS, then at that point in time, you won't be able to get paid anymore until you turn in your number, which would be great, especially for those people who have no interest in the business or think they don't, like me and Sherry. You won't have to disclose your social security number. Now this I'm super excited about, and this actually might even take the place of some of the new products for me. I was blown away about the ER program. So these are the changes they're going to make, and it sounds like they are going to be coming in August. I'm sure we will be getting a lot more information about this, but so right now, ER program is the first 1 to 6 months, you get 10%, 7 to 12, you get 15%, and 13th month on, you get 20%. So they are going to change the tiers. So your first 3 months, you get 10%. Once you hit your 4th month, you go up to 20%. Now, I know when I hit 20% myself, it just seemed like, man, those points were just adding up like crazy. So I just think that's awesome because, you know, you try it out for 3 months, you can use your points after 2, and then heck, you're almost to 20%. So who would want to stop? And first of all, you can get amazing things with the Central Rewards. But anyway, now once you get to 25 plus months, so 2 years, you actually will get 25% back in points, which is just amazing. So we actually, the first thing my husband asked me was, how many months do we have? And I think we're like at 19. So if they implement this in August, we'll be hitting it not too long after that. But they also are going to start with a gift at 3, 6, and 9 months. So at the end of your 3 months, not only are you going to pop up to 20%, but you're also going to get a gift. And then another special gift after a year, which is a blend that Gary is going to make called Loyalty, which is pretty cool. That's the only way to get that blend. And then I heard a rumor in one of the classes I was at, apparently Canada has a program where if you stay on Essential Rewards for 3 months at 100 PV, you get a free diffuser. How awesome is that? And it sounds like something similar to that might be coming to the United States. So I'm hoping that's the gift at 3 months, which would just be awesome because you start using Essential Rewards, it means you're using your oils, you're using the products, and you probably could use an extra diffuser. And if not, you can gift it to a friend and they can start trying some of the oils too. And then another gift every year on your ER anniversary. So just, I feel like we're already so blessed with the points that they give us back. Just for, you know, cleaning supplies and shampoo and things that you use already. But this is just going to blow it out of the water. It's going to be awesome. And then they ended the day announcing the Spring Leadership Cruise, which I don't remember where it is, somewhere in the Caribbean, but there'll be more information about how to earn the cruise. So that just sounds fun. And they had like beach balls that were floating all around and they were getting thrown down right above where we were standing. So anyway, this is just a picture of a couple. I've been friends with Kylie for a while, but her husband was there. And it was really, I'm not sure what my husband's doing. I picked a bad picture there, but it's just really cool to get to meet and fellowship with lots of other people. And I know Kylie's husband, Chris, was excited that my husband was coming. There actually were a lot more men at convention this year than there has been in the past. So there was classes specifically for men, and then there was just stuff you know, that everybody could go to. So it was really cool. So bring your husband, okay? The number one way to get him excited about some of this stuff is bring him along and let him experience it too. So on Friday, we went to the farm, which if you get the chance, that's probably one of the, I asked my husband last night what his favorite part of going to convention was. And I said, the farm. And he's like, yeah. And I actually will probably do another class just on the seed to seal process and talk about the farm. It was just, I mean, we were there for probably 4 or 5 hours and I could have spent a whole day there. We still didn't get to do everything that we wanted to do. But one of the really cool things you get to do is experience the seed to seal process. We got to replant some seedlings. We got to go through the distillery and we actually got to plant. So this is Ben over on the left. He is planting juniper. Nope, it's not juniper. I don't remember what he was planting. But anyway, he got to, God, I'm going to have to find out. That's going to bug me. And then I did it too, and then I got to talk to some of the farmers. So there's me over on the right taking a picture with some of the farmers there at the farm. And anyway, then they have a little cafe there, and they have Ningxia slushies and Ningxia ice snow cones. And then this has been, he's trying out, they had peppermint ice cream and lavender ice cream with the vitality oils in it, which was pretty good, actually. You wouldn't think it would be, but it really was. And then they fed us just an awesome meal. And then Gary likes to joust. Who knew? And so there's a jousting arena there, and they have a competition. And we missed it. We got to the very end of it. But that was really cool. We saw him just at the end. The armor that he has on for the jousting is like 110 pounds, which is just super hot. So you can see the view. It's just, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. So amazing out there. And like I said, I could probably talk for an hour about the farm. It was just so cool. And then this was general session on Saturday. So the last general session, Gary kind of just did a little bit of talk about business building and kind of a little bit of inspiration. I forgot to say on Friday, Brendan Bouchard, who's a motivational speaker, spoke to us, and he was really cool. He had a great story to tell as well. But anyway, Gary just kind of showed what his upbringing was and just kind of said, you know, anybody can become anything. So don't hold yourself back. Then this is the Expo at convention. They have so many things. And one of the things my husband loves is Club Red, which is actually a Ningxia Red bar. I got a text from him that just said, I'm at the bar. And, you know, normally you'd get a text like that and you'd be like, oh gosh, but it's kind of funny because I knew he likes the Ningxia Red bar. They have like Ningxia shots, nitro shots. You can get slushies. You can get all sorts of things there. And then this is just, they had a sample. You can sample all the new products. And they have a space out where you can smell a lot of the oils. But this was the granola on the left, and on the right it was the pasta. So we got to try those. I also got to try the Sleek Shake too. And two different varieties of the Sleek Shake. They made 2 different recipes. And then this is actually the beauty bar. So they have all of the beauty products out, and you can actually try them, smell them, all that thing, which is really cool because some of those things, you know, you just want to know what the lotion feels like or whatever. And then the girls back there can answer lots of your questions. So that was cool. And then the very end of convention was Lady Antebellum. So Young Living paid Lady Antebellum to come in and do a concert just for us, which was awesome. Hillary Scott, the female singer for Lady Antebellum, said she's an avid Young Living essential oil user. So she was actually kind of giving us some tips and pointers and said she actually lost a bunch of her oils in a fire, which is super sad. But anyway, but that was just really cool to have her know what the company was about. And the concert was awesome too. So, all right. So they announced the dates for next year. It's June 14th to 17th. And actually through the end of the month, you can get a discount on the tickets. They're $149. So you can go to youngliving.com/2017 convention. And the price will go, actually, usually after the 1st of July, they won't go on sale for a while. And then when they do go on sale again, they'll be more expensive. So if you're thinking about it, I would just go ahead and get a ticket, go ahead and get a hotel room. Next year, it's actually, part of it's going to be at an open air stadium. And I've heard a little bit of rumor. We had 20,000 this year. The Vivint, where some of the things were, held 30,000. And the stadium will hold 40,000, so they can get a lot more people in there. They're expecting a lot more growth. And then I think the Vivint, where we had some of the things, was going to be under construction next year. So it'll be interesting to see how that all works out. All right. we are actually going to go ahead and stop here, and I'm going to record 2 different videos. So we're going to go ahead and I'll end this one, and then we'll do the convention products separate. That way if people want to watch separate, they sure can. So we'll be right back with you.